Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. I was sick there for a few days, but we're okay now.
Us too. Us too. The whole house.
What's that?
I said us too. The whole house was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, no fun.
I think it's just kind of going around at the moment.
Are you in the U.S.?
I am. I'm in North Carolina.
Okay, I'm Canadian, so we have crazy weather. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, sounds about right. Well, thank you for agreeing. And reaching. I think you reached out to me, or I reached out to you. I don't remember which way it happened,
Yeah,
but
you reached out to me. Yeah.
okay. Um, Obviously, I'm Angel. I have seen. I've been watching Vertical since 2023. I've seen over 2,500 of them.
They made that many, eh? Wow.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
I think there's only one that you've been in that I haven't seen yet.
Okay, which one's that?
The Art of Letting Go.
Okay, yeah, that's the newest one. Yeah.
But it's on the list. So
Okay, cool.
um, I'm a single parent, an Army vet, and a brand new actress in the world.
Well, so you're acting and you were in the army.
I'm submitting all of my self-tapes and everything to get a role in a Vertical.
Yeah, there you go. If you watch them, why not be in them, right? That's basically
Right?
what I said. Yeah. But did you say you were an army vet as well?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool. I was in the Canadian Forces as well.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we have that in common.
So I guess my first question, right, is how did you get into acting?
How did I get into acting? I've always loved movies, and I just started in background. I thought it wouldn't go any further. I figured I wouldn't even be on screen, and they kept putting me in the middle of the action, one after another, with the big people like Zachary Quinto, Alexander Skarsgård, the whole cast of Murdoch Mysteries, Linda Hamilton. So I was like, yeah, that's fun. So then I wanted to do more. So I went to the training and learned how to do that, and got some really good headshots. I know the best guy you can find in Toronto, and started applying, and they called me back a lot, which was good.
Hey, it works.
From there. Yeah.
um, How'd you get your first like Vertical role?
First one was a breakdown submission. It was actually for a different one. It was the same company, the one I've done several with, but I think it was my ex-uncle's boyfriend gone wild or something. I think that's what it was called. So I submitted for that one, and
Mm-hmm.
then the casting director wrote me back and he says, "We'd like you to be the funny taxi driver in the CEO's breaking into the CEO's secret playroom." So I was like, okay, cool. So I didn't submit to that movie, but they're offering me the role, and I'm like, yeah, sure, of course. So I went and did it, and that was the first experience, and I learned the way the verticals go. It's a little bit different than regular film, but it's still good. Yeah.
Hmm. I guess what was the biggest shock like on your first set?
For the vertical,
Mm-hmm.
it goes fast. Like I was there less than an hour for that scene, and I've done scenes. It's only like a 2-minute scene, but I've been on set 6-7 hours for a 2-minute scene, and
Mm-hmm.
we were there less than an hour. So I was like, whoa, okay. And I was actually driving home. I thought I screwed up. I was like, wow, they just want to get rid of me. But then I saw the footage, and it was really good. And then they keep calling me back. So yeah, no, I didn't screw up. That's the way it works. But I didn't know at first. I was like, holy crap, that was really quick. But yeah, that's the way the verticals go, because they got a lot to do in a short period of time. So they just take a few takes. If you do it right, they're good. Next, they don't need to do 2, 3, 4 more for safety.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What do you think? We can go both like with your verticals or with any of the work you've done. What do you think like the hardest scene that you've had to film was?
Well, I just did a TV series for Bell 5 where I kill my whole family, but I don't really want to. So, so I had to have like a total breakdown crying, and to me, crying's the worst. That's the hardest. So I asked the crew to give me a 2-minute warning, and I just started hyperventilating. By the time they said action, I was going. So I was,
Okay.
I was actually quite happy with myself because I was a little scared when we went into it, but it came out well.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think crying is probably the one I'm like, that would probably be the worst one. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So you've worked with a number. We've worked with some of like the bigger stars. And some you haven't. You've been in how many?
Verticals 8.
One, 8.
Yeah, two haven't come out yet. So there's
Okay.
6.
So there's 6 out. Um, Did you like? I know some of them are. A lot of them are filmed up there in Canada. Did you come to the States for any of your films?
No, every single one is Toronto.
Okay.
There's a lot of companies here doing
Mm-hmm.
it. And I think there's a couple of new companies that have moved in, come from China to Toronto to film, I think.
Oh.
And so Corbin Visual just started, and Dream End Studios, this one hasn't come out yet, and they just started, came here. So yeah, there's I've done 4 or 5 different production companies out of the 8. So yeah, there's a lot in Toronto for sure. But there's also a lot filming in Vancouver, and I just did it actually a couple hours ago for one in Montreal. So they film there too.
Okay. I'm not very well like knowledged in everything like where they film in Canada. I just know they film up there. That's because of people posting on their stories like going to Toronto, like Luke Stafford. Um, what was like the biggest difference between working with Ryan Larson and working with Luke?
Difference. I don't know. They're both good. I don't know. I spent more time with Ryan because Luke, it was just the one day, and
Mhm.
with Ryan, we've done 2 movies, and we hung out at lunch, and we had like a 30-minute conversation about Back to the Future, and we bonded pretty good over that. So I know him more. So
Mhm.
that's probably the difference. Acting wise, I don't think there's a difference, but
Okay.
I know Ryan more. We spent time together. But he loves movies, which I really respect because I love movies too. So we bond over. I like that he's a huge movie fan.
Yes. When it comes to like genres, is there a genre you would love to do and then a genre you would never do?
Just film in general, or you mean?
Yeah.
Well, my favorite genre is science fiction. So the more I could do in that genre would be my goal. Yeah, I
Mhm.
probably never would be musical because I'm not singing. So that would probably be that. Yeah.
You'll never take a musical role?
Well, there's going to be a lot of coaching needed if they want me. So.
Okay. Um, is there an like in the vertical space, is there an actress and an actor that you would want to work with that you haven't? That, like you've seen their work, people have talked about them, and you're like, I'd like to work with them.
To be honest, they don't actually talk about other stuff while you're on set. No one,
Okay.
everybody's got so many pages to memorize. They don't really, they don't really talk about other stuff. They're just all focused on the stuff. So
Mhm.
yeah, I've worked with several. I don't actually really know who I haven't worked with, to be honest, because I haven't really gone past where I've been.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm just happy to work with whoever I meet.
Is it harder to like get roles in Canada? I don't, like I said, I don't know much about, areas of filming and everything, but like here, I know it's harder for people in New York to get a role than it would be if you lived in LA.
Well, I think vertical wise, I think it's actually becoming easier because we've had a lot of these LA actors come to Toronto,
Mm-hmm.
right? So like they said Luke, and then Cayman, and then Ryan. He's all over the place, but he's not Canadian. So they come here. So like there's a lot of stuff and bringing people here. So I actually think it's easier to be in verticals if you're in Canada at this point. There's so many going.
Okay. Do you have any like advice for someone who is? It'll be a two-part question. So one, advice for people that live in Canada that want to get into the industry, and then advice for anybody in general that are trying to be like in the vertical industry or an actor or.
Well, I think the rules apply no matter where you are. Number one is you need amazing headshots. That's number one because that's the first thing a casting director looks at. The picture. And then from there, you got to build a resume. And if you're brand new, you don't have a resume and you don't have a demo reel. So you go to class and you do monologues. You can make a 2.5 minute demo reel out of monologues, 30 seconds each. So now you have a demo reel to show your skill because you don't have any footage. You haven't done it. So you have those amazing headshots. You have the demo reel of you just sitting like this behind your screen and doing monologues, and then you submit. And I think vertical specifically, they'll send you the audition, and they'll want to see how you do their thing. So they won't mind that you're new. They actually love new people. Vertical. I've seen tons of new people come through. So yeah, that's all you got to do is just make sure you do the headshots and get yourself a demo reel of you just doing something, and just apply. That's number one goal is apply. You must apply, or no one will ever call you.
Okay. Is there like, I guess, it sounds like a stupid question, but I've gotten different answers. Would you ever want to like lead in a vertical, or are you just happy playing background or assistants or?
Yeah, well, I'm never background. I'm supporting, but yeah, of course I'd be a lead if I needed to. Yeah, the majority of the verticals, the leads are usually under 30, so you would need a script that applies for me. But if it applied, of course, I'd be happy.
So I know there's some out there where they have used the, older actors and actresses for the cast. It was like one was like Flash married my 50-year-old husband or something. I don't quite remember the exact title of it.
50-year-old husband, he's a 50-50. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But it was very interesting to, see the way that it expanded. Where do you project like verticals going from here on out?
Oh, I don't think they're going away at all. The audience is growing and growing. As you said, you watched what 2000 or something, or
2500.
Yeah, yeah, they're not going anywhere. And people just, I think they like the fact they can watch 10 minutes at a time, right? They're broken up into chapters, and you see Los Angeles has got the big, China is making them, and then like I said in Canada, you get Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal. So they're not going anywhere. And now they've signed a deal with the union to try to make them more union, so that's going to help.
Okay.
So yeah, they're here to stay for sure. They're not going anywhere. You see how many millions of people watch them when you check on Real Shorts, right? It's like wow.
Yeah, I see all the views because most of the apps tell you like how many views they have either that day or just overall. I think there are only a couple that haven't.
Right. It's fun when you check your movie and you see 22 million people watch it, right? You're like, hey.
You're like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere that you would want to like travel to film a vertical that like really appeases you?
Just a couple weeks ago, I was on the waiting list to go film one in China, and they didn't call me back. But another casting director from China has asked me to put them on their wanted list, so they might call me eventually. So yeah, I'll go take a trip to China and make a movie, sure. So that is a definite possibility because I've had 2 casting directors reach out so far. So I may be going to China in the future. I'll be okay.
Hey. Yeah. They film a lot there.
So that would be fun for sure. I would do that.
Because I know that they, besides Canada and America, they go to like obviously China and the Philippines and Turkey and Vietnam, and there was a American actor who was just recently in the Ukraine for one. So I think it's awesome that they're being filmed everywhere.
Yeah, and it's going to grow. I think was Warner Brothers and Paramount signed a deal for a vertical studio now. So those are the big boys. And so now they're opening a vertical studio. So yeah.
And I know Disney is with Drama Box.
Okay. That's a big thing for sure.
We'll do some like kind of rapid fire questions. Just kind of let people know more about just who you are as a person, I guess. So what is your favorite color?
Purple.
Purple, okay.
Green's very close, but probably purple.
Do you have any favorite snacks?
Probably chocolate. I can't have it in the house or it's gone. Chocolate.
Do you have a favorite type of chocolate?
Arrow.
Okay.
The whole Arrow Kit Kat coffee crisp, they're like 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've heard of that kind of chocolate yet. Slowly getting out there. I just had a bunch of like Australian chocolate, and I was like,
ooh,
like a cherry.
It's like
There's like a cherry pie chocolate that my friend gave me, and I'm like, what?
Was it good?
Yeah, and then well, she gave me two of them, so like I ate one of them, and it was pretty decent. Do you have any favorite drinks?
Drinks. I'm very boring on drinks, but I think that's allows me to eat more. So it's just water and green tea, basically my two things. So
Okay.
yeah, I don't drink pop or anything like that.
Okay. Um, what is your favorite free time activity?
Free time, definitely watching movies, but I'm a big escape room fan as well. I've beaten 19 escape rooms, so those are fun.
19.
Yeah,
I've never done one. I've always wanted to, but at the same time, like
they're fun.
I'm afraid that I won't beat it, so I'm just like, no.
Yeah, you always have to call once in a while because the clues are too obtuse. You have to ask once in a while. There's nothing wrong with that. You just call them up, say, hey, I need a better clue,
Hmm.
and then they give you something better. But yeah, they're fun. And when you figure it out, you feel like a genius. So it's fun.
What is your favorite way to relax?
Again, movies is probably gonna be most of these answers, but I go to the gym. I do body pump classes. I do yoga, so that's good too. That helps.
Okay. What's your favorite meal to make or eat?
Probably pizza. Yeah,
Okay.
for
How do
food.
you how do you like your pizza?
Pepperoni, green peppers, mushroom,
Okay. I'm not
pepper person.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of peppers, but
You know? I think the
why?
burrito bowls are close behind, and then again they're loaded up with the jalapeno, more pepper. Yeah,
Okay. Um, favorite place that you have visited or vacationed?
probably Universal Studios. That's my happy place. And again, oh, it's movies, right? But yeah,
Yeah.
that's I love that place. I could go there every day.
Okay. What's your favorite part about Universal? Like favorite
That
section?
Harry Potter was insane. You know, I first walked in, my jaw dropped because they don't even advertise it. It's like a alley, and
Hmm.
I thought it was a bathroom. I seen a guy go in. I go, "What's in there?" And I walked in, and then there's the dragon sitting on top of the bank. I was like, "Whoa!" Right? So they don't even advertise it. So the shock makes it even better. You just walk in.
Okay.
Universal Studios is awesome.
I haven't been there yet. That's in Cali, right?
Yeah, I go to the one in Florida. I haven't been to the one.
Okay. Oh yeah. I guess there is one in Florida too. I wanted to go to Halloween Horror Nights while I was in Cali, but
I
didn't.
did that in Florida. That was crazy. That was fun.
It looks super fun, but
Yeah, that was. They're very impressed. They build that so quick because they do the overlap in like half an hour, right?
oh
And
wow.
these giant mazes. The only thing I'm really scared of is I'm not afraid of anything, but in horror movies. But I don't like Michael Myers. I really don't like that mask. And they had a Halloween one, and I almost had a heart attack.
Oh no.
So it was very well done.
I know you haven't done like too many, but what is like your favorite vertical genre? Or one that you've like seen being done that you would like, ah,
Like the one that hasn't come out yet is a werewolf one, so that was
okay.
the majority of the other ones are very similar, right? They're romantic or the evil dad or the evil corporate person or they're very similar. But the Harrison or Lion Beast, soon you said you've seen. I had a lot of fun when I had her tied to the chair and I was just going at her.
Mm-hmm.
So that was super fun. I really like that. So I definitely like that. I have no problems like that.
Okay.
And then when you seen in the I flash married my best friend, that character was really disgusting, but I made him a little bit funny as well. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of mixed it between being scary and being funny, which I think is more interesting.
Yes. We enjoy a little bit of comedy in our days.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially with how like intense that these verticals can get.
Yeah, there was some harsh scenes there, so you can make it a little funny beforehand. It helps. Yeah.
It's good. Um, so with your werewolf role, right, or your werewolf vertical, um, well, I guess what was the biggest difference between everything? I know the genre is the biggest difference, but like, I guess the experience on set.
Well, the whole thing was filmed. Well, I had one scene indoors, but the majority of it was all outdoors. So that
Mhm.
was the whole thing was outdoors. So that was different. Just everything's different when you're outdoors. And it was more of a action scene, like not technically fighting, but just fast paced. And I'm in the guy's face yelling at him,
Mhm.
and you find out, okay, better not mess with him. And so it was different. That one was a lot of fun.
Okay. Did you
That
get
was like
like
that one scene. It was like a 17-page scene, and we did it in one day. It was,
oh, wow. Did you get like special effects makeup and everything?
I haven't seen it yet. I don't think so, but
Okay.
I think it's more. I think the verticals, most of them don't do that too much. It's just the auras or the special effects. I don't think we change.
Do you have any questions that you would like to ask me as someone who has seen so many?
What made you become such a super fan? What drew you to them?
So I found verticals in a very low time of my life. Um, I had just escaped an abusive marriage. Um, my ex-husband was abusive in all the forms, and I kind of just needed something for me. And so I had scrolling Instagram one day, saw an ad for a real short one, and so I clicked on it and I downloaded the app and I watched it up to the paywall, and I was like, I'm not locked in. And then I was on the app and I was trying to find something else. I was like, maybe another one won't have a paywall because I didn't know anything of the sort. I didn't know what they were or anything. And so I started watching another one. I had another paywall. I was like, okay, I guess it's just these two. Just playing myself to be a fool. So I started watching a third one and I did the paywall and I was like, okay, you know what? I might as well just get a subscription if I'm going to start watching these. And then from there, I just kind of progressed to the 20. I currently only have 24, but I used to have 86 apps. Um,
Is that how many there are?
there's a lot of apps, and there's more coming every day. Like we just found out about a new one yesterday, and we're just what? What do you mean another new app? I know there's one in the making right now that hasn't really like been launched yet. That wants to provide different content, but it was just like insane. Um, and then as I healed from that like trauma from my marriage, I kind of just started to like them. I like how fast paced they are because my ADHD is able to keep up and keep me if I focus, I can get a hyper focus on it, and then I can just watch it. And
So that's what the addiction was for you, rather than a regular so-called movie that you just like that fast-paced, basically.
yeah, because with my ADHD, it's with how fast paced it is. I can also notice, the things that are happening in the background. So the Arsenal Lying Beast, I can notice what Ryan is doing, and then in the background, what some background players are doing. And my brain can be like, oh, like, does that play into the story, or is that background player just doing that for fun? Is this going to be supporting character that we haven't met yet? And everything of that nature. But I think that's the biggest part is that my ADHD is just like content with it. Where like if I'm watching a regular horizontal movie, I have to have like 3 different things going on because the storyline it's slow, but it's not slow. It's slower than they are in verticals. So my brain is like, I can understand what's happening, but there's not enough happening for me to be content. Find other things.
I get it. Sure.
Let's see. I think I did a review on the Heiress to Her Lying Beast. I think. I think I did it for Ryan's weekend. Because I have a weekend watch list. If you ever want to know names of bigger people, there you go. where I feature them for the actor or actress for the entire weekend. Like Friday, I'll talk about some of their favorite things. Saturday and Sunday, I'll post reviews, and then other fun facts or whatever else I can find to post about them. And I did Ryan quite a while back, actually. Let's see. Oh, I guess it wasn't as far back as I thought. It was in August. Yeah, I did a review on the Arisen or Letting Beast. I gave it 5 stars.
There you go.
And I try and diversify my reviews to be more than just the leads. At the same time, sometimes I miss things.
Oh yeah, that's okay. But yeah, being in the industry, I know some actors, they only want to be the lead. I only want to be the lead. And I've been a lead in several things, but I actually like supporting sometimes. I'll actually skip the lead because it's boring. And the supporting character is more interesting. So there's nothing wrong with that. The most obvious example is Alec Baldwin is the lead of Beetlejuice. And nobody cares about Alec Baldwin. Right? so yeah, there's nothing wrong with wanting to do supporting roles that are interesting.
And I love, I don't think the supporting roles get enough credit. Because yes, while we all enjoy the leads and we all enjoy everything else, we have to put credit to the background actors because you guys help make the story what it is. That's why I've started branching out to talking to background actors, because you have a same but different background perspective, or same but different perspective on the entire thing. And I don't think people really recognize that. They're like, oh, they're just, unless it's like a big name background actor. Or like the supportings. If it's not a super big name, people are like, yeah, it did great. Me, I'm like, that supporting, like some of the assistants, like that assistant just got put through hell. And he's still doing all this.
Yeah, for sure.
Every
movie you can think of, basically, there's one supporting part where they steal the scene. So that's what you do. You come in and do something interesting.
And I try my best to highlight that scene when I see it. And then sometimes I post my reviews later than when I do them, because I have such a backlog of reviews. Because I'll watch them and I'll review them, but I can't watch, review, then post.
Yeah, of course. You can't concentrate. I agree.
So sometimes, if I didn't notate it, I'll forget it, or I'll rewatch it, and I'm like, why didn't I talk about this? Because this is important.
I'm assuming you enjoyed what I did in some place.
I mean, I enjoyed your roles in the Air Line Beast, and then you popped up. I think the biggest reason was because you popped up in I Flash Married My Best Friend. It was like I'd seen you before, but I hadn't, if that makes sense.
No, that totally makes total sense. Yeah.
It was just the performance was so much bigger and outstanding that I was like, hold on. So with playing the villain and the bad guy, how do you detach that from taking it home?
No, that's not a problem at all. It's fun. Switch goes on, switch goes off.
Oh, okay. So yours is a switch. I've heard some people say that it's like a it's like a suit of armor. You put it on and you take it off. And you go home.
Or there's a lot of people. They call it the method act. I've seen it on set where they go into the mood for constant until the day's over. And I'm like, no, don't need to do that. So as soon as they say action, then the switch goes on. So I don't have any issues worrying about that. I actually find it fun. So, yeah, like I said, with that Slash Married too, I made it funny. So instead of total evil, I made it funny.
Okay. Do you have any other questions that you would like to know from me? As
you said you wanted to act, so are you have you started applying?
I have. I've applied for some background, some day players. Just Waiting for one of them to hit. I'm trying my best. I'm in a group. We are called the Vertical View Group. We're all vertical reviewers. We all kind of do something different with our reviews, and then some of us have like additional content. So like there's me, who I have my interviews and my weekend watch list. And then we have Aline, who is I.love.verticals. She does a get to know you section. She also runs this like page called Vertalis, which is super cool. So like explaining a little bit about Vertalis. She'll take, so for example, she took Cayman, right? And she made a base character out of him. And his base character is K-Baby. That's just kind of Cayman as a whole. And then kind of like Pokemon, they can evolve into something else. So like he can turn into, I think it's K-Wolf or K-Alpha for his like werewolf roles. She's done Kira, she's done Sam Myerson, she's done some people. Let's see, and then we have Real Drama, Megan. She's the founder of our wonderful group. For some reason, she was like, one day she was like, I'm gonna put a bunch of reviewers in a group together, and that's what we're gonna be, and so that's what we are. But she'll do like, aside from reviews, she'll do like guidebooks and talking to actors. So VertFest happened. I'm not sure if you know what VertFest was, but it was kind of like an online convention. There were panels. You could get a one-on-one with an actor. You can do, a group meet and greet with an actor.
Yeah, it's
And so
Comic-Con for verticals.
yeah, basically that's kind of what that's what Verticon was as well, which was super fun. Where was I going with this? Oh, and it was like she did a guide for actors. It was like how to talk to them. Because a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, they're actors. They get nervous.
No need for that.
To me, it's you're an ordinary person with a regular person with an extraordinary job. But it's like if you black out and propose, don't worry, I'm here. And she'll do like my life in verticals, which one that she recently did was about like her plane ride. And the way it would have went in like a vertical sense, she walked on the plane and her alpha mate smelled her scent, and it went on from there. And she was like, in reality, I walked on the plane, sat down, put on my neck pillow, and watched a few verticals. We have Dahlia, who is at Vertical Films Lover. She mainly does her deep dive reviews, and then she'll do her thoughts on the fly. We have Hero, the only male of the group, and he's fantastic. So he'll do reviews, but he'll also put like, what's coming out and on what app. He'll do the top vertical per app per month. So like the top vertical on Real Short for the month was, this. And then sometimes he'll do like most downloaded app. And he'll get all those stats. I don't know how he does it all, but he does it. I could never do that.
Well, it's good that you wrote something and then you've made it something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for you guys.
We have let's see, I've said Aline, Dahlia, Megan, me, Hero. We have this Vertical Slaps, who is Jen and Karen. And they do all of their ratings on a slapping scale.
What does that mean? How many times you want to slap somebody in the face?
No. So the way that they do it, let's see, I'll pull up their rating scale really quick. This Vertical Slaps, Jen and Karen. So the explanation is, so it's why this vertical slaps. It's because slapping is the ultimate vertical drama move, and because when something slaps, it means it's awesome and totally worth watching. So one, and they're like hands. So it's like I do for my ratings, if they're my quick reviews, it's like an angel heart with wings and a halo because I'm an angel. And then my deep dive, like my more complex reviews is a star, but instead of stars or anything else, they do hands. And so one hand is no spanks, and it means couldn't finish, couldn't care. This vertical whiffed it. 2 hands is swatted away. The kind of vertical you half watch because it's predictable. You might finish it, but only out of spite or boredom. 3 slaps or 3 hands is claps, not slaps. Some moments hit, some moments hit, others missed. Not unforgettable, but it did what it came to do. 4 is slap it on your list. Entertaining, dramatic, in all the right and wrong ways. It delivered a good time's worth of watch. And then 5 is a certified slapper. This vertical slaps hard. We laughed, we cried, we rewatched. A must-watch masterpiece. And so that's how they do all of theirs. I think they mainly stick to reviews. Yeah, they mainly stick to reviews. We have Escapism via Verticals. Her name is Sarah. She does reviews, and she does a segment called 5-Minute Escapes, where it's a 5-minute video of her and somebody talking about a specific vertical, and they don't veer off from that vertical. Like, if you know who Danny Farber is. Okay. Well, he's a director, and so she did one with him about one of his films, and that's all they talked about was that film.
That's good.
We have Empress Liz, who all of her reviews are like collage styled, which is super cool. And then there's Katja, who's short reel critic, and all of her reviews are like a more poetic sense. We have an Instagram page. It's called the Vertical View Crew.
You send me all these links later if you like.
Yes, I will send you all of the ats.
So the 2,500 you watched, do you find you enjoy most of them, or are there some that you're really not happy with?
Most of them, I either enjoy or love. There have only been a couple that I was like, no, and those are really the ones that are like, I watched it, but it wasn't like a favorite or didn't enjoy it the whole time. Are like the ones that are strictly like the whole film are banquet halls. And like the whole thing is filmed in a banquet hall. It's a banquet hall humiliation film, basically.
Yeah, it gets a little stiff. But that's good that more often than not you enjoy them. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, there's only been a couple that's been really hard for me to watch, in the sense of like actually starting and finishing. One of them is called Mafia Housewife, and that's mainly because like the beginning was heavily DV related, and coming from that background, it was a little harder to watch those scenes. And then another one that's kind of difficult to watch, and that's just because I criticize it 90% of the time, are like the military roles. Because I'm like, that's not how the uniform looks. Why are you wearing that and that? Why is your t-shirt black but you are in uniform? Like, or why do you have a pink t-shirt in uniform? It's I criticize.
Really? They have a pink t-shirt in an army movie? Yeah, that doesn't work.
One of them does, and I'm like, what? Why?
Yeah, no. Come on, get a green shirt.
Yeah. Or like the ranks are wrong. Like, I understand you can't do everything, but at least say the right rank with the right symbol. Yeah. They're getting a little better. They're working on it.
Understandable criticisms.
Yeah, it's not just like, oh, it's a military movie, whatever. I do the same thing with horizontals when I'm watching them.
Yeah, you still gotta have attention to detail for sure.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, you're building a world.
Yeah, but I can send you all these links. I was trying to see if I had any questions come up while I was talking about all of my people. I mean, I don't really have any more. I apologize that this was a little chaotic.
That's okay. That's okay. Like I said, I appreciated that you wanted to talk to me in the first place.
And I mean, I don't know how much my reach my interviews have yet, but I know that like a couple people I've interviewed have gotten follows from them, or I'm more about just supporting you guys and helping you guys get out there as much as I can.
Yeah, that's appreciated. Thank
Do you have any other questions for me?
you. I think we're okay. Yeah, I think
Okay. Well, I appreciate you taking the time and sitting down and chatting with me. Well, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your afternoon.
you too. Thank you. It was nice to talk.
It was nice talking to you.